stand here so all of you can like, I don't care. Everyone can have their moment and see.
Look at this.
Why doesn't anybody know anything about Charlie Kirk's parents? I just saw a video about this, and it had literally never occurred to me that no one is talking about. We have not heard from or seen footage of anybody other than Erika and the freaking vice president and Usha anywhere involved in the situation. And every news outlet has the same like little snippets, and it's that his mother was a mental health care provider, and his father was an architect, and his father was involved in the building of and the design of Trump Tower in New York. I literally like can't even find their names anywhere. They are not really listed. They're like, he has a younger sibling too, and they are just completely out of the picture, which is insane. In a high profile moment like this, it is insane that the only person that we are hearing from or seeing involved in anything is his wife. And that gives you such a huge window into what that family dynamic is like. Like, obviously, I always sort of assumed he had no relationship with his mom because the hatred of women, you know, like it has to come from somewhere, and generally it would come from that space. And maybe that's the case, that none of them talk to him, but it's really strange that someone with 8 million followers that had his body transported on Air Force 2 just like doesn't have a family.
Days after Charlie Kirk was shot and killed, his wife Erika is smiling, laughing, and even showing off his Medal of Freedom to staff like it's a trophy. Meanwhile, Charlie's parents remain completely silent. No interviews, no statements, nothing. Now, people are starting to notice that nothing makes sense. Something feels wrong about this whole situation. And trust me, you're not alone. So here's what's really going on. As we all know, Charlie Kirk was assassinated on September 10th, 2025. His body was transported on Air Force 2, 8 million followers, national news coverage, the vice president in attendance. And yet, where are his parents? Robert and Catherine Kirk raised Charlie in suburban Chicago. They gave him everything: discipline, values, a strong foundation. His dad even helped build Trump Tower back in 1979. These aren't nobodies. These are successful, educated people who know how to speak up. But right now, total silence. Meanwhile, Erika Kirk is everywhere. She's now the CEO of Turning Point USA, a $100 million organization. She's giving speeches, hosting Charlie's podcast, doing stadium events. And honestly, a lot of people are noticing something's off. Today, I'm going to show you the viral clips millions have seen, the receipts, the evidence, everything that proves Charlie's parents have a very good reason to stay silent. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why they don't trust Erika. Let's get into it. First, let me give you the basic facts so we're all on the same page. On September 10th, 2025, Charlie Kirk was giving a speech at a Turning Point USA event. He was only 31 years old. The alleged shooter is a man named Tyler Robinson, or at least, that's the official story. Charlie had been married to Erika France since 2021. She's a former beauty queen who worked with him on faith-based projects. Together, they had 2 very young children, a daughter born in 2022 and a son born in 2024. Those kids just lost their dad. Now here's what you need to know about Charlie's parents, because barely anyone is talking about them, which is strange. Robert Kirk, Charlie's father, is an architect. Not just any architect, he worked on Trump Tower in New York City back in 1979. Yeah, you heard that right. The Trump connection goes back decades before Charlie was even born. Robert built his own design firm. He's respected in his field, successful, not some random person who doesn't know how to handle himself in public. Catherine Kirk, Charlie's mother, started her career as a trader at the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. If you don't know what that is, it's one of the biggest financial markets in the country. High pressure, big money, fast decisions. Later, she switched careers and became a mental health counselor. So she's got both the business brain and the people skills. These are not shy people. These are not people who hide from difficult situations. And yet right now, they're completely invisible. That's what makes this so strange. In almost every high-profile tragedy, especially when someone is murdered, the parents become the loudest voices. They're on TV demanding justice, speaking at press conferences, filing lawsuits, attending memorials. But Robert and Catherine Kirk? Crickets. Let me show you just how bizarre this really is. This TikTok went absolutely viral, and for good reason.
Know who this is? Any guesses? This is the man who was the architect and the project manager behind the construction of Trump Tower in New York City in 1979. His name is Robert Willard Kirk, a very successful architect in his day. And he also just happens to be Charlie Kirk's father. Yes, so not only did Charlie Kirk's father help design and build a true eyesore in New York City, but he also helped create Charlie Kirk, who has not only just been an eyesore, but just agonizing to exist with as well. This really just must have been some kind of an omen, because some of the earliest protests and movements against Donald Trump began in the late 70s, early 80s, as New Yorkers were not happy about Trump Tower becoming part of their block. Like the fact that Charlie Kirk's father was being protested along with Trump for building Trump Tower, and now in present day, Charlie Kirk is also being protested, still with Donald Trump. Of course, Charlie Kirk has always adored Trump. He helped make their family even wealthier than they already were before Charlie even came into the world. Just a little interesting tidbit of information that I thought you should know, but I'm sure some of you already felt that anyway, because at this point I feel we are able to sniff out Nepo babies with ease.
Listen to what this person is saying. Why doesn't anybody know anything about Charlie Kirk's parents? And she's right. Think about it. Charlie Kirk had 8 million followers. His assassination made national news. And yet, we barely know anything about the two people who raised him. She continues, "We have not heard from or seen footage of anybody other than Erika and the freaking vice president." Exactly. Only Erika, only politicians, not the parents. Here's the kicker. She points out that every single news article says the exact same thing. Every outlet repeats the same tiny set of details, that his mother was a mental health care provider, that his father was an architect, and that he helped build Trump Tower in New York. That's it. That's all we get. The same 3 facts copy-pasted everywhere. Then she says something that honestly gave me chills. I literally can't even find their names anywhere. They're not really listed. I tried looking too. It's like they've been erased, completely out of the picture. She's absolutely right, and she's not exaggerating, because when you think about it, this is insane. In a high-profile case like this, the parents are usually front and center, grieving, demanding answers, holding memorials, but this time, nothing, just silence. And here's where it gets really interesting. She says, "That gives you such a huge window into what that family dynamic is." Think about that. When parents stay completely silent after their child is murdered, that's not normal grief. That's a decision. That's a statement. And then comes the line that really hits hard. It's just really strange that someone with 8 million followers, whose body was transported on Air Force 2, basically doesn't have a family. Let that sink in. The government transported his body. The president gave him a medal, but his own parents won't speak publicly. Something doesn't add up. Now, you might be wondering, why does the Trump connection matter? Well, let me show you this clip. It explains everything.
Our turning point was say family, but I want you guys all to see the Medal of Freedom and be able to look at it in the back of it. This is all, you guys are all part of the legacy. So I want you guys to all see it. So we put it in, and on the back, it's the first and last time they'll put a cross on it. But yeah, you guys can do it. I literally will stand here so all of you can. I don't care. Everyone can have their moment and see. Yeah, where's like I'm still good. Thank you.
See, this is what people don't realize. Robert Kirk wasn't just some guy who supported Trump politically. He helped build Trump's empire from the ground up. Literally. Trump. Tower was completed in 1984, and Robert Kirk was the project architect. The video points out that Charlie Kirk always adored Trump. That admiration wasn't random. Trump helped make the Kirk family even wealthier long before Charlie was ever in the spotlight. So let's be clear. The Kirk family has been connected to Trump for over 40 years. They're not outsiders, they're insiders. They know exactly how this world works, and that makes their silence even more significant. These aren't naive people. They understand politics. They understand power. They understand how things really work behind the scenes. And they're choosing to say nothing. Okay. Now, let me show you the moment that made millions of people pause. This is the clip that started all the conspiracy theories.
So let me get this straight. We're supposed to believe the official narrative of what happened to Charlie Kirk. Mikey McCoy, Charlie's chief of staff, was on the phone before Charlie's body ever hit the ground. He was still on the phone as he was walking away. What could he have possibly been talking about? Because he has no idea what was happening behind him. Charlie's closest allies and friends were filming themselves while he was being carried out to the car. No instinct to run and help him or run away. Sorry, but this isn't normal no matter which way you put this. Candace is the only one digging into what actually happened, which is why they're attacking her so hard for it. Not to mention, she released even more messages of Charlie saying, "I'm not sure if I'll live to see the end of this revolution," and tells Candace, "I believe you're the peace that God meant for me to meet. Cannot explain it, but I dream of it all the time." And then says, "If that's the case, be my David." I wonder if these same people who mocked Candace Owens for talking about a dream will mock Charlie for it as well. Clearly the people who are coming after Candace lack any sort of discernment. Instead they play into the forgiveness done in public, like Charlie Kirk's wife did, and letting off fireworks for his rally, funeral. Candace is the only one digging into the truth of what happened. She's exposing all of the corruption and they hate her for it.
This is Erika Kirk, just days after her husband was assassinated, showing off his Medal of Freedom to the Turning Point USA staff. That. Want you guys all to see the Medal of Freedom and be able to look at the back of it. You guys are all part of the legacy. Now, watch her energy. Watch her face. I'm not going to tell you what to think. Just watch. She seems really upbeat, really happy. Only days after her husband was assassinated. That looks like smiles. That looks like laughing. That looks like joy. Look, I get it. People grieve differently. Some people smile to cope. Some throw themselves into work. But here's what people are noticing. This doesn't look like grief. This looks like performance. This looks like PR. And the analysis continues. And honestly, they have a point. Human reactions tell stories. And this one, it doesn't match the script. You know what? They're right. Compare this to how Charlie's parents looked at the Medal of Freedom ceremony. Catherine Kirk was described as visibly moved, which is a polite way of saying she was barely holding it together. Robert stood silently beside her, grief written all over his face. That's what real grief looks like. But it gets worse. Let me show you another viral clip, the one that breaks down everything Erika has done since Charlie died.
Charlie Kirk was betrayed. Erika Kirk is not continuing Charlie's legacy, and I'm going to prove it to you. Charlie in his final days was advocating for the release of the Epstein files and showed Epstein's ties to a specific nation. I don't see Erika Kirk or anybody on Charlie's show bringing that up. Next, Charlie was doing a Doge audit, the money coming to and from Turning Point. Is Erika Kirk doing that? I don't think so. Her parents work for Department of Defense, and remember all that stuff about Romania that got wiped away? A translator named Anna Maria was in an American base in Romania that belonged to NATO and exposed that there was real young girls who was sent there for the soldiers to do horrific things to them. And a man named Otto Buscher, who was a commander, the Black Sea Area Support Team Base, was found with crimes against children. Erika Kirk was in a commercial for Romanian's Angels in 2013, and in the end of the video, she thanks Cornel Buscher, the same man Erika Kirk was working with to help orphan children. There's an entire report on this, and the reason why you're not seeing it on the internet, there's something called a US-Romania Defense Corporation Agreement, signed in 2005, where crimes committed against US military personnel on Romanian bases fall under US jurisdiction. Everything is being swept under the rug. The truth is being hidden from us. Charlie was getting too close to the truth, and those who seek the truth will always end up silent.
Now here's where this person really nails it. This is most definitely PR, and they're using grief as marketing. Let me break down exactly what Erika has done in the weeks since Charlie's death. First, isn't it strange how a widow immediately stepped into the CEO role? She's already given 3 speeches, one of them at a stadium. And guess what? Charlie's own family didn't even speak. Wait, hold on. A stadium event. Erika gives a speech. But Charlie's parents? Silent. Were they not invited? Or did they choose not to go either way? That's telling, and it doesn't stop there. She's selling t-shirts, hosting her husband's podcast. And now, she's putting on an all-American halftime show, complete with performers, t-shirts, a halftime show, public appearances, brand building. And here's the line that really got people talking. She's not even home with her 2 young children. Children who just lost their dad. Those kids are 3 and 1. They just lost their father. And their mother is out there doing halftime shows. The video continues with something that cuts deep. This is how they package a tragedy. To make you feel good instead of asking real questions. They're using Christianity as a prop to make corruption look holy. They'll weaponize forgiveness. because it keeps people quiet. And honestly, that's exactly what it feels like. Every time someone dares to question what's going on, they're told to pray, forgive, and move on. But real justice, real answers, those never come. Now, I want to be clear. I'm not saying I believe every conspiracy theory out there, but I do think it's important to show you what people are saying, because some of these questions are actually very valid. Now, one viral TikTok lays out what it calls a massive theory that Charlie Kirk was betrayed, and that his legacy is being redirected. But before we go any further, it's important to say this clearly. None of these claims have been verified. They're theories spreading online, not confirmed facts. So, what exactly are people saying? The video points to several areas it believes raise questions, including topics Charlie discussed publicly before his death, like the Epstein investigation and financial transparency within Turning Point USA. Since his passing, some viewers have noticed those conversations haven't resurfaced on his platforms, and they're wondering why. Then there's the speculation about Erika Kirk's background. The TikTok mentions her family's ties to government work overseas, but again, those details aren't confirmed, and most references trace back to social media posts, not official records. The creator ends with a chilling line. Charlie was getting too close to the truth. That sentiment, whether fair or not, is fueling a lot of the online discussion. Now, one thing we can confirm is that Charlie's parents, Robert and Catherine Kirk, have remained completely silent since his death. They haven't given interviews, released statements, or spoken at any major events. That silence has sparked even more speculation, with people online wondering whether it's grief, privacy, or something deeper. At Charlie's memorial, and even at the Medal of Freedom ceremony, observers noticed that Erika was front and center, while his parents stood quietly in the background. Some see that as understandable restraint. Others interpret it as distance. But again, we don't know what's really happening behind the scenes. Grief is complicated. Silence can mean sadness, disagreement, or simply exhaustion. Still, online theorists point to 5 patterns they say suggest mistrust between the families. The parents' absence from public events, no involvement in Turning, Point USA's current leadership, contrasting public behavior, Erika's visibility versus their privacy, the lack of any public defense of Erika amid speculation, and their quiet demeanor during official ceremonies. Now, to be clear, these are observations, not proof of anything sinister. What's undeniable, though, is that people are reading meaning into silence. In moments of public tragedy, absence can feel louder than words, and maybe that's why this conversation isn't going away. When grief plays out on the world stage, people look for patterns, and when answers don't come, they fill in the gaps. Whether that's fair or not, that's for you to decide. Do you think Charlie's parents are staying silent out of grief, or because they know something we don't? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.